Yo, 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 it's your boy Swag, and you already know I'm back with another one. Today I want to talk about Chicago Southside versus the Westside. If you've been following Chicago music scene, then you know on the interviews they say it's the difference between the West Side and the South Side. For me, I lived on the South Side all my life, but I have been to the West Side, so I know exactly what's going on over there and how they living. I'm just gonna give a quick rundown on how the hoods live. Basically, if you're from the South Side, that's anywhere above, or I guess you want to say below, but we always put ourselves above because we say downtown is down in the loop, is down. So we is anything above state and like Michigan, state and lake. Anything below that is the north side. Anything to the west is the west side. And the east side, far as from like State and Lake downtown area, it's like the lake. I said State and Lake, should say Lake and State. Then it's the lake. So downtown there's no east side. East side begins on the south side. I want to say around 60, not even 63rd, 67th Street. But 67 don't even go all the way east. So then I'm gonna have to pick it up and say 75th Street. So from 75th, you gotta all the way over east to the lake, which gives you about another. I can't give a count because I really don't know, but we're gonna say about another 50 streets that go past Stony. One more, I could be wrong. I never lived over east. I had a homie that stayed on 78 or 77 in Essence before G Herman like uh, blew up. It was probably before their generation. You know what I'm saying? Um, Southsiders, you know, we the best, we the great, we everything. Southsiders basically they congregate on the M blocks. Southside they do be on the main blocks. The only main blocks you're gonna catch them on is like they say 63rd. Then might hear somebody say the 9, um, 55th, 47, uh, 87. I guess you could say it ain't popping like that, but 87 kind of more of like middle class, sort of say, in most areas across the whole 87 self. Probably when you get, even when you kind of east, it's like still like we gonna say middle class as in the area looks clean. People in that area more than likely may have money because it's houses on 87 all the way across, and then over east on 87, then that's where the Mexicans come in at. So I don't know too much about the Mexicans over there. I did have somebody that stayed in the projects. I guess that was like 89th ish, far west. That's one. Can't I be forgetting a lot of shit, but it's right on the tip of my tongue. I just don't want to say it wrong. But I think it's the MBE or EMEB niggas. Check the description. I always gonna get it right and show you what I'm talking about. If I get it wrong, sorry if I said your name wrong. It's not on purpose. Your boy memory ain't that sharp. Never been that sharp. I'm not trying to be perfect, but over in that area is where they from. So if you do want to see over east projects, I'm gonna put in the description. You can see that rap group. They been all in their hood, giving tutorials about they hood, explaining they side or where they stay at. But Southsiders mostly stay on the M blocks. So when you ride on the south side, you might pull up to a red light. You might not see nobody out there. You might see people coming in and out the store, unless it's one of the main streets, like I said, like the 9, 63rd, 55th, 47, 75th, a little bit on 87, because those were the main stores at. So the only areas where everybody be out at, you know what I'm saying, got to be a lot going on. If you know, I ain't gotta speak about it. But that's where traffic comes in and out. That's where people meet up at. That's where you catch your op at. And the West Side. West Side. Hold on, my son in my hand. You gotta clutch those West Side. The West Side, they decent. I have never had no problem with nobody on the West Side. I actually never fucked with no bitch on the West Side. Surprisingly, I just haven't. I'm lying. I have. I never. You know what? I'm lying. Because, it just be trickling along. I did smash a girl from the West Side. I wasn't fucking with no girl, but I smashed one from the West Side. But, to make a long story short, West Siders, they party all night long. Southsiders party all night long, but they party a little different because their hypes parties on the main blocks. When I say they party on the main block, they got couches, they got chairs, they got tables. It's a house, but you're outside. Like when you think of like maybe I want to say Skid Row, or you think of the homeless and how they set up their houses. So just imagine the West Side, all they drug addicts are just on the corner chilling with chairs, couches, tables set up for them to play cards. All that out west. Out west is always known for money because the West Side Expressway 290 is connected to the suburbs, which the suburbs is where all the Caucasians live at that come downtown and work, so they have the money. So that's when they say the pipeline West Side to Chicago for the drugs is where it's at. So West Side always been known for having money. Who dressed the flyers? I'm not gonna lie. The West Side got the Southside beat. Only because more of their people have more money because of the drugs. So when you go out west, you'll see more people dressed up, looking fly-ish. Out south, it's more like dirty people versus far as clothes and looks. We're not even saying Southside people dirty, but far as like trends of clothing and like earrings, chains, cars, the West Side is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? That's what the pimps said. The pimps is out west. They got their whole little circular area of blocks where it's nothing but pimping. Them niggas making money. They got the females on the stroll making that money still to this day. It ain't big as it used to be, or maybe people just not talking about it, but the West Side is where the money at. Far as gang culture, I want to say maybe 10 years ago, before drill, before everybody came as one and collectively on what they do, the West Side did not gang bang as much as the South Side. So the South Side had all the murders. Now the West Side has all the murders. Like it just kind of switched over. You know what I'm saying? Why? I don't know. But the West Side used to be a safe side for me. I used to travel out west when my homie lived out west and felt safe when I walked down the block. Like a nigga ain't gonna fuck with me. And the reason why I thought a nigga wasn't gonna fuck with me is because they wasn't shooting like that. Motherfuckers getting shot. But you know what they say, you gotta know your target. Now anybody can get it out west. It's just like the South Side is really like no difference in far as like who is who, what is what. A straight bullet can hit anybody, but at the same time, it's like our West has become more dangerous, accepted to the drill music because West Side rappers do drill. West Side rappers do have beef. West Side rappers have problems just like the South Side. So then you got money involved, so I guess that just make it even worse. But let me tell y'all something crazy that happened out west, and I don't know exactly where it was. Check the description. I'm always trying to put the backstories or whatever I can't explain so you can see it for yourself. They got it to where in Chicago where if it's combative beef, where if I agree to fight you or I agree to shoot at you, if I hit you and you die, I don't go to jail. If I whoop your ass, assault you, I don't go to jail because guess what? It's like you agreed to the beef. So out west one time, some guys was shooting at each other, and the police was in the area, wherever the case may be. And it was all caught on camera. So basically, the guys rolled up and blicked down his house. Pop, 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 pop. The niggas in the crib come back out shooting at these niggas. Or I don't know if they was on the porch, but they shot back. Pop, 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 pop. Few people got hit. Not sure if anybody died, but I definitely know people got hit. And when these fellas went to jail, because I think it was a police chase. I think the police did end up chasing them, or they pulled up, and it was like a notorious drug house. So you know, they know who was who, and the people was released. They didn't go to jail for shooting. They said it was combative. It was agreed upon because they shot at them, so they shot back, and people got hit. So they didn't charge nobody. So that's what they got going on in the city out here. My son is going crazy. I'm gonna have to cut this short. But that's pretty much the difference between the Southside and Westside in my eyes. Pretty much no difference. We all the same. Just a little lifestyle, a little different. And when I do these videos, I'm not thinking about what I'm saying. It's straight off the dome. I'm not trying to sugarcoat nothing or be special. I'm just me, your boy Swag, and I'm out.